If you're a die-hard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. There's a new name catching fire in Cleveland, and if you're a fan of gritty underdog stories, you're going to want to hear this. The Browns, still looking to inject life into their offensive arsenal, may have stumbled upon a hidden gem in undrafted rookie wide receiver Luke Floria. While big names like Deontay Johnson and Jerry Jeudy are expected to lead the receiving core, Floria is quietly becoming a player to watch. At a position where dependability and chemistry matter just as much as raw talent, this Kent State product is making waves. He's not your typical combine darling with elite size or track star speed, but what he lacks in measurables, he more than makes up for with heart, agility, and sharp instincts. During rookie minicamp, voluntary OTAs, and even mandatory sessions, Floria has shown flashes that make you think this kid might be more than just a training camp body. He might actually belong. When Lance Reisland of Cleveland.com compared Floria to Julian Edelman, he didn't do so lightly. That's a name that carries weight. A Super Bowl MVP, a three-time champion, and one of Tom Brady's most trusted targets. But when you look closer, the similarities are actually quite striking. Both were overlooked coming out of college. Both are on the smaller side for NFL standards. And most importantly, both bring an undeniable fire and toughness to the slot receiver position. Floria's roots are precise, his hands are sure, and his mindset is all in. That combination of traits makes it easy to draw the comparison. He doesn't just want to prove he belongs in the NFL, he's determined to do it. And in a league where mental toughness and attention to detail can separate you from the pack, Floria's chances of sticking around are better than most think. Now, let's be real. The Browns wide receiver depth chart isn't exactly bursting with proven stars beyond the top two. Yes, Jeudy is expected to bounce back and Johnson should be a consistent threat, but after that, it's wide open. Cedric Tillman, David Bell, Michael Woods, all guys with potential, but none have firmly established themselves. That's where someone like Floria could carve out a role. He's not just competing, he's thriving. Coaches have noticed, teammates have noticed. He brings a different kind of energy, a relentless attitude that shows up on every rep. In practices, he's already shown he can get open against veteran defenders. His crisp footwork and ability to find soft spots in zone coverage make him a quarterback's best friend, especially on third downs or broken plays. Simply put, he fits the mold of someone you can trust when the pocket collapses and things get chaotic. Let's talk about his college production. At Kent State, Floria hauled in 100 receptions for 1,321 yards and 12 touchdowns. While those numbers don't leap off the page like some Power 5 receivers, they're a testament to his consistency and reliability. More importantly, the film shows a player who does the little things right. He blocks with purpose, he understands spacing, and he adjusts to the quarterback on the fly. That kind of football IQ can't be overstated. It's also why comparisons to Edelman, who famously transitioned from college quarterback to elite NFL receiver, aren't as far-fetched as they might seem. Floria brings a multi-dimensional understanding of the game that helps him anticipate coverages and capitalize on mismatches. He's the kind of player who doesn't just execute a play. He elevates it by seeing one step ahead of the defense. One area that really stands out is Floria's toughness. At just under 6 feet tall, he often finds himself matched up against linebackers or nickel corners with a size advantage. But here's the thing, he doesn't back down. Whether he's taking a hit over the middle or throwing a key block on a screen pass, he plays with a physical edge that energizes the entire offense. That kind of mentality is infectious. It reminds you of how Edelman used to lower his shoulder into defenders instead of stepping out of bounds. Floria brings that same vibe. Fearless, aggressive, and hungry for contact. In a Browns offense that's still searching for an identity post-Nick Chubb injury, a player like Floria can help set the tone. He's not just another rookie trying to make the team. He's a statement that heart and hustle still matter in today's NFL. Floria's quickness is another trait that's hard to ignore. He's not blazing fast in a straight line, but his short area burst and lateral agility make him a nightmare for defenders in tight spaces. During drills, he's shown the ability to shake defenders with a single step. and once he creates separation, he knows how to make himself available to the quarterback. This becomes especially valuable in red zone situations or when the play breaks down and improvisation is needed. His change of direction skills allow him to pivot routes mid-play and find the open lane. That quick twitch movement, combined with a high motor, gives him the edge over more physically gifted but less technically refined players. It's also why Deshaun Watson and the Browns quarterbacks are beginning to trust him more in practice scenarios, especially on timing routes and underneath patterns. Let's not overlook the versatility he brings to the offense. Floria isn't just a slot receiver, he's a complete football player. He's shown he can block on the edge, something that becomes critical in setting up the run game and executing screens. He understands angles and leverage, and he doesn't shy away from contact. That makes him valuable on early downs and keeps defenses honest. If he's on the field, it's not automatically a pass, which means play action becomes more effective. He's also someone who can motion across formations and create mismatches, drawing linebackers out of the box or forcing safeties into uncomfortable positions. That tactical flexibility gives the Browns more ways to disguise their play calling, which is crucial in today's NFL, where pre-snap movement and alignment can determine the outcome of a play. Another underappreciated aspect of Floria's game is his contribution to special teams. While some rookies see that as a burden, Floria embraces it. He's already shown up on kick coverage and punt return drills, and he has the kind of awareness and effort that coaches love in that phase of the game. Special teams are often the path to a roster spot for undrafted players, and Floria understands that better than most. It's not just about making a highlight reel catch, it's about being indispensable. Whether he's gunning down the sideline on punt coverage or making a key block on a return, he's proving that he can contribute in multiple ways. That kind of all-in attitude goes a long way in earning trust from the coaching staff. It also makes it easier for the Browns to justify keeping him on the final 53-man roster. Let's also talk economics for a second, because this matters too. As an undrafted rookie, Floria comes with a team-friendly contract. That flexibility is valuable, especially for a team like the Browns that's navigating some tight cap decisions. If you can get reliable production at a fraction of the cost of a veteran, that's a win across the board. It allows the team to allocate money elsewhere, maybe toward bolstering the offensive line, adding depth to the secondary, or even investing in future extensions. Floria isn't just a feel-good story, he's a smart business decision. And in a league where the margins are razor thin, having affordable depth at a premium position like wide receiver can be the difference between a playoff berth and a lost season. That's another reason his stock is quietly climbing among those close to the team. In the end, Luke Floria is more than just a preseason standout. He's a legitimate contender for a meaningful role on the Cleveland Browns roster. His journey from Kent State to NFL camp underdog to potential Edelman 2.0 is the kind of narrative fans love to root for. But this isn't just about sentiment. It's about substance. He's putting in the work, showing up on tape and earning respect inside the building. The Browns need weapons, they need depth, and above all, they need players who bring fight and fire. Floria checks every one of those boxes. Keep an eye on him during training camp. Watch how many times his name comes up during preseason broadcasts. And don't be surprised if come September, he's not just on the team. He's making plays when it matters most. This story is just getting started. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. In what could be one of the most unexpected twists of the NFL offseason, rumors are swirling across league circles that Nick Chubb, the longtime face of the Cleveland Browns backfield, has been traded to the Los Angeles Rams, while none other than Derrick Henry, the King himself, is on his way to Cleveland. While no official announcement has been made, several insiders and sources close to both organizations have hinted that talks have been ongoing for weeks and that the deal could already be in its final stages. For fans of both franchises, the sheer news has landed like a thunderbolt. Chubb has been a cornerstone of the Browns' identity since he entered the league, and Henry is a generational talent whose name is practically synonymous with the Tennessee Titans. But now, as the league buzzes with speculation, the NFL landscape might be about to shift dramatically. The thought of Nick Chubb wearing the blue and gold of the Rams is as jarring as it is intriguing. He's been the embodiment of Cleveland football, tough, humble, and unrelenting. Yet, the Rams have reportedly been seeking a reliable, punishing presence in the backfield since Todd Gurley's departure and have cycled through a carousel of running backs that never quite filled the void. Chubb, even coming off an injury-shortened season, offers exactly the kind of elite production Los Angeles craves. The Rams have made it clear this offseason that they're not rebuilding, they're retooling. Pairing Chubb with a revitalized Matthew Stafford and the dynamic Cooper Kupp could make their offense one of the most balanced and dangerous in the NFC. The move, while surprising, fits with the Rams' recent strategy of going all in to chase another Lombardi trophy. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Browns seem to be leaning into a more aggressive and imposing identity with the potential arrival of Derrick Henry. Known for his bruising runs and ability to dominate defenses single-handedly, Henry could be exactly what the Browns need to control the tempo of games and take pressure off quarterback Deshaun Watson. It's no secret that Cleveland's offense has struggled with consistency, especially in clutch situations. Adding Henry into the mix would not only give them a feared weapon in the red zone, but could also signal a broader shift in their offensive philosophy. Kevin Stefanski may see Henry as the key to unlocking a new era in Cleveland, one defined not by finesse, but by raw, unrelenting power. And in the AFC North, where gritty football reigns supreme, Henry could be the ultimate trump card. Speculation around the trade intensified after both players were spotted in cities unrelated to their current teams. Chubb was reportedly seen in Los Angeles dining with Rams personnel and even working out at a private facility in Thousand Oaks, not far from the team's training complex. Meanwhile, Derrick Henry's social media activity raised eyebrows when he posted a cryptic message from Cleveland, simply reading, "New Kingdom," accompanied by a photo of a snow-covered football field. NFL fans are no strangers to reading between the lines, and the rumor mill kicked into overdrive. Analysts began connecting the dots, and while some dismissed the sightings as coincidence or off-season travel, others believe these are clear signs that something major is brewing behind the scenes. If the whispers prove true, this could be one of the boldest backfield swaps in recent memory. The implications of this rumored trade go far beyond simple player movement. For the Browns, moving on from Chubb would be emotional and symbolic, a shift away from the player who has been the heart of their offense. Yet, it might also represent a front office willing to make tough decisions in pursuit of greatness. Bringing in Henry will be more than just a swap of running backs. It would be a statement of intent. The Browns know the window to compete in. The AFC is narrow, with teams like the Chiefs, Bills, and Bengals all looming. They need star power. They need intimidation. They need a proven winner. Henry's playoff performances speak for themselves. If they believe he still has enough tread on the tires, this move could push them from contender to legitimate threat. On the other side, the Rams are known for bold, splashy moves. Trading for Jalen Ramsey, acquiring Matthew Stafford, and even their earlier acquisition of Von Miller all signaled a front office unafraid of making blockbuster deals. Nick Chubb could be their next masterstroke. With Sean McVay at the helm, the Rams offense thrives on versatility and play action. Chubb's vision, balance, and power running style are tailor-made for McVay's system. Imagine Chubb carving up defenses while Stafford uses the threat of the run to open up downfield bombs to Kupp and Puka Nacua. The synergy could be devastating. And for a team looking to return to the Super Bowl before its core ages out, Chubb might be the missing piece to reignite their championship ambitions. Of course, questions remain. How much does Derrick Henry have left in the tank? At 31, he's past the age where most running backs begin to decline, yet he continues to defy the odds, churning out 1,000-yard seasons with frightening consistency. Meanwhile, how healthy is Nick Chubb really? His knee injury last season was gruesome, and while reports say his recovery is ahead of schedule, the NFL is an unforgiving place for running backs with a history of lower body injuries. Both teams would be gambling, trusting that their new acquisitions can not only return to form, but elevate their games in new environments. Still, the potential rewards are massive. If both players return to peak performance, this could be a rare win-win trade that benefits all sides. Another layer to consider is the locker room dynamic. Chubb was beloved in Cleveland, a quiet leader who let his play do the talking. His departure, if it happens, will sting for fans and teammates alike. But Henry brings his own leadership pedigree, a man of few words but enormous presence. In Tennessee, he was the locker room cornerstone, setting the tone with his work ethic and punishing play. Cleveland's young core could thrive under his influence. Meanwhile, Chubb in LA might be a revelation. Freed from the burden of being the sole star in the offense, he could flourish in a more balanced system. And given the Rams locker room culture, high expectations, strong veterans, and Super Bowl aspirations, Chubb could integrate quickly and become a new fan favorite in Southern California. There's also a fascinating historical symmetry to this potential move. Both Derrick Henry and Nick Chubb came from the SEC, built reputations as dominant college backs, and have been perennial Pro Bowlers since entering the league. Their careers have often been compared, with debates over who truly deserves the title of best pure runner in the NFL. Now they may be switching coasts, trading places, and rewriting the final chapters of their careers. It's almost poetic, a changing of the guard not just in their respective franchises, but in the league's elite running back hierarchy. Whether it's Chubb pounding the rock in SoFi Stadium or Henry rumbling through the snow in Cleveland, fans are in for something special if this trade materializes. For now, nothing is set in stone. No team official has confirmed the deal, no press release has been issued, and both players remain silent on the matter. But where there's smoke in the NFL, there's often fire, and this particular rumor is gaining traction fast. Beat reporters, insiders, and former players have all begun to weigh in, suggesting that the idea, once unthinkable, now has serious legs. Whether this is just off-season chatter or the dawn of a seismic shift in the NFL's power balance remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, if Nick Chubb truly ends up a Ram and Derrick Henry dons the orange and brown of the Browns, the 2025 season just got a whole lot more interesting. Stay tuned. This story is far from over. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!